Want my name beside an X like Malcolm. Everybody got a deal. I did it without one. Yeah, nigga, I'm about my business. Killing all these rappers, you would swear I had a hit list. Everyone who doubted me is asking for forgiveness. If you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to witness. Yeah, yeah. May not mean nothing to y'all. Understand nothing was done for me. So I don't plan on stopping at all. Want this shit forever, mine, ever mine, ever mine. Shut the shit down in the mall. It's telling that girl she the one for me. And I ain't even planning to call. I want this shit forever, mine, ever mine. Ever Mr. West is in the building. Ain't no question who about the kid. I used to have good friends. Big fan.
Hello. How's everyone doing on this Thursday evening? Studio audience, what's up?
What's going on?
What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome. This is Tracy Irvin, your ultimate CEO queen, crushing every opportunity. And I am here with my co-host,
Leon Cersei, All Pro Series Cigars in the house.
Excellent. And this is
Smoke and Score
Live. We're so glad to have you all come out on this evening. We're gonna dive right in. It's been an awesome day. It's a little nippy out there for the last couple of days, huh, Neil?
A little bit. You know what? I had to put on some jeans and a jacket. I'm a short and shirt guy.
Okay.
So
you had to wear some dungarees.
I had to break out the wardrobe.
The dungarees.
I don't know about no dungarees.
Well, I've been so excited because I've been able to wear my little leather pants, my little hot pants.
No, Lord.
Yeah, my little hot pants.
Are you Prince now? Your tight leather, huh? Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Y'all, we have a good time here. Listen, this is Smoke and Score Live. We are at Island Girl Gate Parkway, 7860 Gate Parkway in the beautiful city of Jacksonville, Florida, on the south side of town. We have our live studio audience that comes out every other Thursday at 7:30 p.m. with Leon and myself. And we have a very special guest on this evening also, Jack of Dapper D's, upcoming the Dapper D's Cigars, but now Dapper D's Retail Cigar. And we're excited about having him and talking to him about what he is doing now currently in the cigar industry and for the cigar culture. He's a little new to Jacksonville, just a little bit, right?
A little bit.
About how many months?
3 years.
3 years? Oh,
we've been here a little while.
Okay, a little while.
Okay, so we got a cigar aficionado in the house. That's what we're talking about, huh?
Hey, what's going on, cigar world?
That's what's up.
Y'all know who it is.
That's what's up. I like that.
So we want to just give accolades and just so much thanks to, first of all, our general manager of Island Girl Gate Parkway, Miss Cindy Day. Everybody give her a hand. Cindy Day. Cindy is quite amazing. She's a beautiful spirit. She's the general manager here at Island Girl Gate Parkway. She is absolutely amazing. She supports us and she supports Smoke and Score, Ultimate CEO, All Pro Cigars, and she just is a great supporter of us. And of course, we have our great bartending staff here. You will not go wrong. Beautiful humidor, beautiful people. They keep you smoking, they keep you drinking, they keep you satisfied. Okay? How about that, Leon?
That sounded real sexy. Satisfied. Yeah. Do you right.
Show you right. So please come out. You haven't missed a thing. We just got started. We have another about 56 minutes on air. So we would love for you to come on out. If not, you can catch us every other Thursday on Facebook Live at Smoke and Score Live with Leon and Tracy. And also on Instagram.
You know what? I don't think we do. I don't think we emphasize enough coming to see the show in live.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Because the atmosphere. I mean, we got a great humidor. We've got great people. We got great cigars. We got great drinks. We got great people. So I mean, you need to come on down to the Gate Parkway Island Girl Cigars. It's a great atmosphere. It's great people, and we enjoy each other.
Absolutely. And that's how we met, Leon. Well, our first meeting, take it back to Orlando, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my girlfriend out here in the audience that can attest to that because I think she was with me a couple times when you was in the house.
Okay.
In our Orlando little creek.
Yeah.
Creek.
It was in Coronas, Sand Lake and Duck.
Thank you. We called Creek. We just told the whole thing.
Okay, all right. It's all good.
It's a creep. Very good. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. But yeah, you're right, Leon. We need to emphasize how beautiful this establishment is. It is the holidays. They've got me all in the spirit. You all can't see it possibly, but they got beautiful lights. Jazz and some of the other staff and Carly, and they just took the lead and just did an amazing job of putting the decor up. And it's just so festive. Just put you all in the Christmas spirit.
Oh, absolutely. Real nice. Real nice.
Well, I would like to just give a disclaimer, first of all, to say that we do not own the rights to any music played during our broadcast. All the opinions expressed on the Smoking Score Live podcast with Leon and Tracy are expressly used for this podcast. All the opinions of the guests and the content therein does not represent necessarily any of our opinions, but we do support their participation. Right, Leon?
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell the people a little bit about Smoking Score, what we're doing here, while we're here.
Well, I mean, if you're new to the broadcast, this is our 10th broadcast?
10th anniversary.
10th anniversary here at Island Girl Cigar Smoking Score. And, you know, first and foremost, Smoking Score is all about our love for cigars. We have our cigars, both of our Ultimate CEO and Leon Cersei All Pro Series cigars are in the humidor right now. So that, you know, we are both to be congratulated on that. And there's also our love for the leaf, the community and brand of smoking cigars. But then the score aspect of it, we talk sports. We talk Jaguar, we talk NBA. And then also we include the community. We give community leaders, entrepreneurs an opportunity to come on our show and express their opinions about what they're doing in the community positively, how they're running their business, and how effective they are in the business that they run right now.
Very good, Leon. Because it's very important to affect the community positively in a positive way and have a positive impact. No matter what type of business you're in, no matter what industry you're in, there's something you can do to affect the community in a positive way. And that's what Smoking Score is all about. That is totally the premise of Ultimate CEO when you talk about crushing every opportunity to encourage and inspire and to help people want to live their goals, past their goals, and to make their dreams into reality. And 2020 has been quite a year, but we're going into 2021, and we're going to make
with
it
a
happen.
bang.
With a bang, that's right.
With a bang, 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 bang.
With a bang, with a bang. While we're blowing some smoke in the air.
So hold on. Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
I must have been sitting here. Ghost. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on?
I said I must have been a ghost up in here or something.
No,
You know,
you're not.
they've been talking around me.
You're a little pale, but you're not a ghost.
Hey, anytime you want to, hey, listen, this is this is karaoke. This is open mic. Anytime you want to speak, just speak on it, baby.
Well, let me just give a formal introduction to the people. Since you jump right on in, we'll just leave with that.
I like the conversation.
Jack.
What's up?
Jack is of Dapper D's Cigars. Actually, Jack, as he said, he's been here about 3 years, so we guess we'll call you honorary Jacksonvillian, sorta, kinda. And he has now his retail cigar business.
Come on.
He will be opening a cigar lounge
Yes,
and
indeed.
retail business on the north side of Jacksonville sometime in January, I believe, but I'll let him give the details about that. So we're glad to have you here. We're glad to have you a part of Jacksonville. Welcome to our wonderful city, Jack. I met part of your beautiful family, and I must say I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with what I've heard and how I've experienced your energy. And I just truly believe that you want to be a part of the cigar culture in a positive way and make a positive impact in Jacksonville. Thus and so, look at what we're experiencing. I mean, you're going to be opening up a cigar lounge on the north side, but you're doing an interview at a cigar lounge on the south side.
Yes, indeed.
That speaks to what Smoking Score stands for, what Ultimate CEO and All Pro is all about, collaboration and encouragement. Because no matter where you come from, what you're doing, there's a piece of the pie for everybody.
Absolutely.
And we need to encourage one another on that end. So tell us about Dapper D's. How was Dapper D's created, invented, thought of? What is it all about?
Well, most importantly, man, let's first start off by saying thank you, Tracy, thank you, Leon, for having me on your show, having me on your platform to talk about Dapper D's. And, a shout out to Island Girl, Gay Parkway, all the other brick and mortars in Jacksonville area. One thing about brick and mortars and one thing about being the cigar industry, we support one another. It's not about, Dapper D's and you know, oh, we hate so and so. That's far from the case. You know, we're here to show some love and show some support to everybody. You know, one of the first cigar lounges I walked into in Jacksonville was Island Girl. I actually started at that table right over there when I first started my cigar channel. I started coming over here at Cindy opened up at 1. She'll let me in at about 12:55 to start setting up and recording, man. And I remember last Christmas, I did my shot there. And then obviously we just been building. We've been building. So for everybody that don't know, my name is Jack. I go by Jack the Cigar Enthusiast. If you follow me on Facebook or if you see me, you know that I'm a cigar enthusiast, man. I love cigars. My passion is truly cigars. So when it came to, you know, opening up Dapper D's, you know, it was simple. I was following my passion. When I followed my passion, I was able to fulfill my purpose. So now that I'm following my passion, and then I have experience in the industry, I've been doing this for 8 years. I started off in Memphis, and now we're just, you know, building up into our own stuff. You know, what I realized is on the north side we have nothing there. I said, why not open up Dapper D's there? And you know, I met all the owners, and you know, met everybody, and you know, just extended my hand out and told them I'm here to support their business, and if they would like to do the same, I'm here, man. But I tell you what, January 2021 we'll be opening up our cigar lounge on the north side, and I just say be ready.
Now, let me ask you this question, because this when it happened to me, I knew the first time I fell in love with cigars. I was actually at a University of Miami game. We got this particular row that we call Hurricane Row.
Okay.
All right, where all the former players go down.
Yep.
Right? And I was going to different stations, different tents or whatever, getting a drink here, getting some food here or whatever. And I ran into my distributor. His name is Alex Martinez, right? And he gave me this stick. It was actually his stick that he created. And I had never smoked cigars before. And I smoked it, and I enjoyed it right before the game, and then I was hooked. So tell me, when was your first time you knew you fell in love with cigars?
Well, I would tell you the first time I fell in love with cigars was really, I wouldn't even say it was cigars. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't even cigars. I can't even sit here and say, I can tell you the first cigar that I smoked, but I can't say that my first cigar is what made me fall in love. What I fell in love with is the people that it brought together. Okay. And I think when a lot of people look at cigar lounges are unique. Not just for coming to smoke cigars and buying cigars, and it's about the conversation that you have with your brothers and sisters of the soul while you're sitting there. You know, when you come to cigar lounges, it's, like I tell everybody, it's different, right? Cigar lounges is one of those places where you can network with a millionaire and not even know. But you would never meet that millionaire if you don't open your mouth. So, and then on top of that, just anybody. You know, everybody has a network. Everybody has a place. So it's like, man, it's all about coming together. So in Memphis, man, it was one spot. I love Domino's. Very big in Domino's. You're definitely... Boy, give me that attention. You know what I mean? But in Memphis, like that was our thing. So all the guys would get together and we'll pack out the members lounge and we'll play 30 rounds of bones. And I fell in love with it. And then I started realizing, like, man, my first cigar was a Monte Cristo White Series. I actually smoked it today and did my video on it today. That was my first one, and then I was like, man, I want more. I want to learn more. So I started researching heavy on the different regions, the different tobaccos, the different soils, the way you blend them. I mean, everything. And then what really caught me is when I started working in that industry down there. And I mean, it was a complete game changer. You know, for me, I think that's when it really cultivated my thrill for it. And you know, it's really hard to sit here and say you can love a hobby, but I tell you what, this hobby has turned into my lifestyle. You know, what I do as far as tasting cigars and different things of that nature, that's what I find happiness in.
You know, I can resonate with that so much when you say that, Jack, because it's kind of like the first love I had with cigars intensely, because I was at a golf tournament, and that's how I was introduced to cigars from some golfers. And it was just the way that they relaxed with the cigars. It was just, you know, anybody that knows me, I'm always on 10. I didn't ask for no amens corners out there. I didn't ask for no opinions. I didn't ask for wait, who coughing out there?
My bad.
Oh, Garrett, just hush up. But when I started playing golf and I smoked cigars, I'm telling you, it was the first time that I sat down for almost 2 hours and just focused on that. Well, it's kind of like my running life. When I run, when I walk, when I exercise, it's like I'm focusing on one thing. Those are the two things that give me that pleasure. It takes me away from business. It takes me away from stress. It's kind of like I'm, communicating and collaborating with other people and just having an opportunity to sit down. Because a lot of people, and it's amazing. I have a girlfriend of mine. She doesn't smoke cigars, but she'll sit with me while I go to Cigar Lounge. She'll chill. We travel, whatever, and she'll say, "Not you, Toya," but she will say, and she knows her name if she's on this live, but she'll say, "How long does it take?" That's her favorite thing to say. How long? And
Depends
some
on the
people can't get it because they'll say, "How can you sit in a cigar place or sit down and smoke a cigar for like an hour and a half or two? How can you do that?" Easy. Easy. You just it takes you away. It takes your mind away, and it's just a whole nother relaxation. So I feel the same way, Jack. It wasn't really. It was the cigar and the flavor, because of course my first love cigars. It was a Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne, which is a great stick, and it's still my baby cigar to this day. However, it was just the relaxation of it all, the mindset that it gave me.
Absolutely. Now, Jack, let me ask you a question. Now, when you first started smoking cigars, I mean, did you notice that your palate maybe graduated from? Because I don't know what kind of smokes you like. I don't know if you like them light, mild, or bold. But I started light. Initially, when I started smoking cigars, my stick was a Rocky Patel.
Okay.
It was a Rocky Patel when I first started smoking cigars.
The
But as I continue, year after year, my palate graduated. So I went from the mild smoke to the medium smoke to the bold smoke. So I mean, did you notice that throughout your time of smoking cigars, did you pretty much stay the same as far as what you enjoy smoking, or did your palate change as the years progressed?
So what I would say is that, well, first and foremost, I'm a Toro type of guy. I love Toros. If I go any smaller, it'll be a Robusto. I usually never go past the 60 by 60 gauge because your binder, the wrapper, and filler ratio, it just decreases, and you don't really get the flavor that you're supposed to get out of your wrapper. So that allows me to really be able to taste cigars. But as far as like how did my palate graduate, I'll be honest with you. When I first got in, I just tried everything. I remember my first Maduro was the Rocky Patel Edge, the blue. The blue. And I tried that one. It's a cheap stick, $5 stick, but I loved it. And that is what brought me over to the medium, the full body palate, pretty much, the strength. So right now, as it sits right now, I'm more of a full body to medium. I rarely, even in the morning times, I really smoke Connecticut cigars. But for me, one thing about what we're doing at Dapper D's is we're literally pairing every single cigar with some type of wine or beer that we carry. So right now, even some cigars, I to be honest with you, shout out to Davidoff, shout out to Garrett at Davidoff. I never smoked a Camacho, ever smoked a Camacho. And what's crazy is I smoked the Ecuadorian not too long ago. Really great cigar, and then I turned around and I smoked the Triple Maduro. I mean, just mind-blowing in the robust flavors that you get and the complexity you get from there. Very, very peppery, very earthy, very leathery. But I mean, hands down, it was definitely a good cigar.
Yeah, because I smoked that Camacho Scorpion, that black label. That ain't no joke, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you better have a full meal before you smoke that cigar. Oh yeah,
meal,
no,
you better have
that stay your ass at home cigar.
It truly is. Stay on the nine patio, whatever you got to stay home. From
Year, the 40th year, yeah, the 1964. Man, I love those blends. Those are really my go-to. But yes, oh my God.
You almost can't beat it. Just kind of taking it to another perspective.
Let's go.
For you, Jack. Now, you're going to be opening up your own cigar lounge, okay? What are a few things you can take in your experience of being on the opposite side, being the customer? Because as with anything else, it's hard to tell somebody how you can make something great until you kind of experience it. That's just kind of how I've always tried to live my life or live my business life. What type of things are you can, I'm sure you got a laundry list of things you want to do to make your place, your environment comfortable and nice for the goers there. But what are a few things you think that you would add to Cigar Lounge to make it unique, comfortable, that you've experienced that people really enjoy?
Absolutely. You know, I've been to cigar lounges all across the world. I was in the Navy for 10 years. I've been in 29 different countries, and every 29 different countries I've been to, I went to some type of cigar lounge to capture the experience, to capture obviously the Cubans over there and the different cigars because there's cigars that you can get in Europe that you can't get in the United States. So it's really about seeing that. So what I realized is every time you go to a cigar lounge, there is everybody that's in here right now is something they like about Island Girl and it's something they hate about Island Girl. And every time I went to a cigar, I always weighed the pros and cons. So one thing that we have done, we're getting back into the traditional aspect of things. And when I say the traditional aspect of things, I'm talking the humidor. You know, I think it's mind-blowing that you walk into a cigar lounge and they have 10 cigars in that mug for sale with a whole liquor full bar. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. It's a cigar lounge. It's not a alcohol or a wine lounge or anything of that nature. So obviously we invested a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of effort into our humidor and making sure we have a very diverse selection of cigars. Something else that we're doing is we wanted to really focus on the atmosphere. The atmosphere was everything for us. For me, you know, I'm a type of cigar smoker that like to have a collared shirt on when I go to a cigar lounge. I like to feel, you know, good when I go in there. You know, sometimes I feel like, you know, dressing down or whatever the case may be, but most of the time I do that at my patio. But when I go to a cigar lounge, it's more of an upscale thing for me. So one thing that we're going to implement in Dapper D's is going to be a dress code. And it's not nothing, you know, astronomical, but I think for ladies, and more or less you can resonate with this, everybody wants to be able to go to a dinner and then go to a cigar lounge and feel like they are still on the same level. You can go to Ruth Chris and then go to a cigar lounge, but if you go to Ruth Chris and then you go to Joe Schmo's Cigar Lounge, and I mean, they blasting, you know, music in the background and smoke is everywhere and different things, the lady is going to convert from that. And I my personal opinion, when I went to one cigar lounge, man, my eyes got water with how much smoke was in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
And I mean, even you can agree. You probably hate that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to sip my tea.
So you know, our biggest focus is, you know, ambiance.
Yeah.
And just, you know, diversifying the humidor.
Well, here's the one thing I noticed about the cigar lounges that I've gone to, and I've gone to cigar lounges from Atlanta to Miami to Charlotte to D.C. is that if you want to attract the ladies, because 9 times out of 10, there's a huge influx of women who like to smoke cigars, and mass majority of the time the women that go in cigar lounges, she know that the man that's in there smoking 9 times out of 10 got a job and got something going on for him, because he ain't gonna spend that kind of money in those cigar lounges smoking and drinking. So the ladies are attracted to men who are in cigar lounges because they know that he got something at least going on.
Absolutely.
So it's good to create that kind of environment for women, to make it nice and sophisticated, where you got to wear a collared shirt and all that kind of stuff. Because you bring those dignitaries into your lounge, you're going to attract the women that are going to come as well.
Absolutely.
Now, but I must say, not but I'll put a little caveat to that though. You know, it's just like it's somebody for everybody, or everybody. But that's how I'm saying it's something like for that. Everybody. It's something for everybody.
Yep.
And you'll have your place on North Side, and it'll be nice, be sophisticated, be nice. However, you know, there are some people that may come from a hard day's work, and maybe a gentleman, blue collar gentleman, and he works he works on a dock or something, and he may be dressed a little down, and he wants to go to the cigar lounge, and he can't dress up, but he wants to just kick back and enjoy. And maybe he can't go to your place at this time, but he can go to another. So that's what makes the world go round. So I'm glad you're giving that opportunity for diversity and differences. So
now let me ask you a question. Now you know there's and you're a military man too, and you know military guys, they love to smoke cigars.
Yes,
so are you going to create like maybe you know, opportunities or discounts for military guys that come through your establishment?
So currently, right now, we do have a 10% discount for all military, police officers, firefighters, healthcare workers as well. That we even offer on the website. And then obviously in the store, we're definitely going to do that. We're not going to do too many. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with everybody. We're not going to do too many major discounts because we're already at price point. We're very advantageous at price point. So you know, I think somebody bought 17 cigars for like $200 today. You know, and the top high-end cigars. And that's the thing is, I'm not here to hit nobody over the head. You know, I'm here to really just be able to give somebody an opportunity or space that they can enjoy themselves, kick back, relax, and just have fun.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. One thing before we close you out, definitely, I want to add, because I am the sexy CEO queen up here on this platform here with my hot pants on tonight, you know what I'm saying? I want to say, please, 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 and I know that you will. I really feel in my heart that you will make your lounge this way for women. Very inviting, very warm for women. You know, I don't have any trepidation or intimidation with walking. That's not like Jesse Jackson right there. Intimidation, trepidation. Okay. I feel comfortable because I've been smoking a little bit over 15 years. But when I first started, it was a little bit daunting to go into the cigar lounge. It was all men, and then of course I'm the only woman of color. A lot of times when you're traveling, you go to cigar lounges. So it's very important that the women, because there are a greater population of women that are now smoking cigars, and they want to feel comfortable walking into any cigar lounge, that someone want to approach them like, are you here to buy for something? Because I still have people, like, if I travel and they don't know me, and I'm not in my own local city, I say, you need to buy for your husband, you need to buy for somebody new.
I'm buying for myself.
I'm here to buy for me.
And I think that's like the worst thing you can do. You know, when somebody walks in, it really is. When somebody walks in, your job as a cigar lounge is to help them find something. It could be their first time smoking a cigar, and I'm going to try to find the best cigar that I can possibly give you that is where your palate is.
Where
you know?
your palate is, not where you think they should be.
Exactly. But that also goes into knowing cigars. You got to know cigars, and I think that's another turn off too. Is like when you walk into somebody's humidor, they should have somebody knowledgeable there to sit here and explain every cigar. Well, where you at? Because the first couple of questions I'm gonna ask anybody that walk in is, how long have you been smoking? What do you usually smoke? And those two questions right there will tell you exactly where they need to be. You know, and I think that's like key to having a successful little enterprise.
Now, Jack, let me ask you a question. Now,
Yes,
you're a cigar aficionado. You've got your online business.
Yep.
You've got your own cigar lounge. When you gonna come out with your signature, bro? Your signature, bro? When's the signature coming out? Come on now.
So that's already in the works.
I was just wondering.
That's
Now
already in the works.
I know you gotta have your signature coming out soon.
So we're gonna have it's gonna start off as a house blend. We're partnering with Alec Bradley to put this together. Shout out to Alec Bradley, those guys over there, the blenders over there, Alan Rubin. I mean, just freaking phenomenal. And you know, we're putting together a good blend right now to start off as a house blend, and if it takes off, it takes off. You know, my goal, my focus, like I tell everybody, man, Dapper D's is my foundation. You know, Dapper D's is my baby. Dapper D's is
Can't take her nowhere.
I said shit.
Can't take her nowhere.
Dapper D's.
Go ahead, bro.
No, Tracy.
I curse.
No, you go ahead, bro. You good?
FCC, don't curse off.
You know,
Yeah.
Dapper D's is literally, you know, my baby. So there is nothing that we're doing where this is my secondary, my third, or whatever the case may be. So I'm putting a lot of concentration, a lot of focus, a lot of mastermind into making sure Dapper D's foundation, their flagship, is good.
Okay. Now, is this something? Is this a stable here in Jacksonville, or is it something that you're looking to expand upon and franchise maybe somewhere in the near future?
Franchising, no, we're not
Okay.
going to franchise. We do look to expand, but it's really based on how Dapper D's does here.
Okay.
This is a trial run for it, and really try to see how big we can make it.
Okay.
I mean, just to be honest, you know, when people start looking to expand too quick, they lose focus of what they have in front of them already.
All right.
And if you can't mastermind that, then expansion is just going to blow you out. I had a good friend of mine, shout out to Bob Miller, man, owned 2 lounges in Lynchburg, man, and he said when he opened up, it went good for him. But he said in the beginning when he opened up, it really didn't work out really for him because he was too focused on trying to build both of them versus trying to build his flagship and let his flagship build the other one.
Yeah, here's the one thing I noticed about being in the cigar business, because I'm only been in the cigar business now for about 6 months.
Okay.
Shout out to my business partner Howard Gums.
Gums.
I know he's watching right now because he told me to give him a shout out. I didn't realize the amount of travel that you got, the events, the showcases, the traveling, the accounts, and all that kind of stuff. Listen, I've been on the road more than I've been on the chilling circuit for the last 6 months. I ain't lying, bro. And then my partner told me, I said, bro, I mean, we going here and there. We going. I said, but he said, bro, welcome to the cigar business. He said, you got to build relationships.
Yes.
You got to build relationships with mom and pops,
Yep.
with big stores, with little stores, and all that kind of stuff. So, I've been on the grind. I've enjoyed it because I love a good stick,
Yeah.
and I love going to these different cities and towns and communities and meeting great people.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's about building relationships. I notice which is a big part of the cigar brand.
I tell you what, man. Me and my wife. Shout out to my beautiful wife, man. She is the backbone.
Shout out to
She is the
her.
backbone of our company, man. And she's the one that kind of, when my head starts going way too fast, she'd be like, "Come here, slow it down." So what I say is we booked up our calendar for 2021, and that's ridiculous. I mean, you got IPCR, you got PCR, you have Big Smoke, you have Giant Smoke. I mean, you have so many different events, and then on top of that, for what you guys are doing, I tell anybody that's looking to try to start a brand in this, shout out to all the brand owners. But I tell you, the hardest thing to do is have a brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the thing about people is we get sidetracked very, very easily. And when things get hard, we pull out. Right? And one thing about cigars is, yeah, it's money there, but it takes 10 years to build a brand.
Oh, gosh.
If not more. Think about it. Padron is one of those well-known brands that always talked about, but he started selling cigars in 1960.
Right.
His first cigar that he sold was a box press. He was trying to replicate the Cuban cigar, the box press Cuban cigar. Did terrible on it. One person bought it. That's it. Now look at him. He ended up buying that box back and redoing the brand and redoing the blends and all that. And the one thing about it is, what I realize is with owners, they focus on what their palate can hold. They focus on their palate, and you have to diversify your palate because not everybody's there. So, I mean, shout out to you guys. You guys keep grinding and doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And one more. There's another question I wanted to ask you as far as when it comes to cigars. I mean, how important is it? I mean, we're all in the cigar business.
Absolutely.
All right. Tracy has her ultimate cigar. Me and my partner Howard Gums, we got our own cigar. But
Put your brand out there.
Yeah. How important is quality over quantity?
Absolutely, 100%. That is the most important key. You can put out, no subliminal message. We're gonna keep it 100. But I being in the industry, I understand how people get some cigars. What a lot of people have been doing is they want to try to reap the benefits of the industry. This is a $1 billion industry. It's no secret to it. $1 billion industry, and they think that if I get a cigar, I'm a likable person. I'm gonna put my label on it. It's gonna sell. But if I smoke that, and me knowing, I retrohale almost every cigar because I'm looking for the actual flavors and notes in the cigar. So I'm not about to sit here and buy a cigar, if it tastes like hay, if it tastes like grass, if it tastes like wet dog when you inhale it. And that's what some of these cigars are actually tasting like. Because I get so many people, and shout out to everybody that sends me, samples to try and review and all that stuff. I appreciate it. But I had one guy, I'm not gonna put nobody on blast, but he sent me some cigars, and I had to tell him, like, "You selling these?" Like, no, go back to the drawing board because this ain't where it's at. So, I think quality. Quality and also understanding your blend. You have to understand the blend, and you have to have a helping hand into that blend. Because if that blend doesn't do well, it's not the corporation or the company or the manufacturer that created that blend. It's you.
Absolutely.
When people look at these cigars, they be like, They don't be like, oh, that's a Nicaraguan from X, Y, and Z factory. They say that, oh, that's a Crown Head, that's an Ultimate CEO. That's your cigar.
Yeah, I mean, because the cigar business is not a quick fix. Mm-hmm. The cigar you make is a representation of yourself. All right, so if you put out a bad stick, then that's on you.
And one thing about it is when you lose that reputation, oh, it's done. I was just telling my homeboy, once your shout out to Johnny, once your reputation is shot, once it's shot, it is so hard to build that back up. I mean, you better partner with Fuente to do that.
Yeah, and shout out again to my partner Howard Gums. The one thing that he emphasized to me, because there's a lot of athletes that do cigars. All right, there's a lot of athletes that do cigars, and most of these athletes that do cigars, they get with these big corporations. They don't understand the leaf, the texture, the binders, the blends. They just put their name on the box. They put a label on it, and then they sell it.
Yep.
And the one thing that my partner told me, he said, Big Sirs, he said, if you're in this business for real, he said, you got to make a great stick.
Yep.
Because your name and your reputation is on the line.
Absolutely.
Now, the initial fan will say, hey, listen, that's a Leon Searcy All Pro Series cigars. He'll smoke it one time, but if it ain't a good stick, he'll get that one time. It's done.
Yep.
All right. The most impressive thing about my cigar and I'm not tooting my own horn, is that people that smoke my cigar says, hey, sirs, bro, I enjoyed that cigar. I'm gonna get me another one. And that's what you want. You want that repeat customer. You want that customer to come back over and over again.
But I say this as a caveat to kind of what you said. You never just give a cigar one chance, because there is no telling if your palate was off that day,
if something different,
or if you just couldn't pick up on the notes that's supposed to be there. So it's not really like a one-time shot. But now, if I smoke this cigar again and it's the same way, then no, it's
a wrap.
Yeah,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Well,
Yeah.
like you're saying, Leon, with the, it takes time. My business partner, who is also here tonight, I owe him now $1 million. It's all this equipment, because now I gotta sell some cigars. So please let me have some cigars at your place, because I owe $1 million on all this. I gotta owe my life. But we created this brand, and people like to say, well, when is it coming out? When is it coming out again? It takes time with the blenders. See, now if you're just throwing, again, like you said, Jack, a label on a leaf, that's one thing.
Absolutely.
But when you're going to different blenders to make sure that cigar is tasting right, it's drawing right, it's blended correctly, the leaf doesn't unravel. There are so many different things. This should be not just a fad, but it should be part of a passion that you care about, the enjoyment and the experience that people have from it.
And I think even with that too, is where a lot of brand owners go wrong is they don't know the flavors that different tobaccos give off. Because you can want a leathery, cocoa, nutty, earthy, sweet flavor cigar and still get a Maduro. But if you put too much Ligero in there, then obviously you're getting way more spice than you are getting any of those other notes. If you don't put enough Seco, you're not going to really get those leathers, those cocoa, those nutties, because of the different placement of those leaves on the actual tobacco stock. So I mean, y'all are spot on, and like anybody, cigars. I tell you, I've been blending my house blend with Alec Bradley since May. I still don't have I have some samples, but I don't have like nothing I can just puff on, but like, yeah, here you go, And I think that's another thing that people go wrong is they immediately want. No, not even. They immediately want people to buy it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They want to produce it. They want to go ahead and produce it.
You want to sell this, man. I tell you what, any big manufacturer that they done gave maybe 3,000 sticks away before they blew up.
Oh gosh, yes.
That's just minimal.
Oh gosh.
You gotta give cigars. You gotta give people a chance to be able to experience your cigar without just looking for the monetary value right up front.
I mean, you got people like Nick Perdomo, been in the game how many years, Antonius?
What, 20?
Over 20-something years. And this man still draw tests. He could just say, hey, I'm Perdomo. Whatever I roll, whatever my people hand roll, it's gonna be good. He draw tests every single cigar in that factory.
Absolutely.
What does that say?
It's his brand.
It's his brand, and
Yeah.
from a man that with
And
that
quality.
much experience, he still says it can't go out this door until we make sure it's right. So that's a testament to that. To make sure before we leave, we want to leave this conversation with you about Dapper D's. Will you please make sure that everyone has your information, phone number, website, how they can get in touch with you? I know you do events as well to promote Dapper D's and your cigars. Can you give them the information?
So a lot of our stuff can be found on dapperdscigars.com. That's dapperdscigars.com. We'll be located at 725 Scarmire Drive, Suite 3, Jacksonville, Florida 32218. We'll be making our announcement for our grand opening date here in the end of this month, closer to about a month away from when we actually open. What I say, like I tell people, even in my Dapper D cigar group, you don't have to buy from me. You don't even have to come to my establishment. But if you decide that you want to just give us a chance, just understand that you're going to enjoy yourself. And, shout out to all the people that have supported Dapper D's, people that really didn't, know how we were going to do it, where we was going to do it, and how we were going to make it, the support, man. I appreciate you guys. And I think, even from you guys, I think the biggest thing that you can take away is support is everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel like they got to buy from you to support you. You don't have to buy from me to support you. Coming on the show, giving a quick shout out, giving a like, giving a share. That's support in itself. So all I ask is, people continue to support. We keep doing, major things, and also we do events. You can find that on the event booking tab on our website, and follow us at Dapper D Cigars on IG and Facebook.
That's awesome.
We must say thank you to all the people. We have so many people and several people chiming in on our Facebook Live. One of our in-studio guests here tonight, Mr. Jamal, he is here on this evening, and he asked the question, what's your opinion of the Padron 7000 cigar?
Padron 7000 is, in my opinion, is one of the best budget cigars that you can smoke on the market. The Padron 7000 has some great notes in it. A decent amount of spice, but it also has some cocoa leather and nutty flavors to it as well. But it also comes with like this kind of sweet undertone. It's like a creamy undertone that really complements that cigar very well. It's a Nicaraguan Puro, all hand rolled. All rolled with the tobacco grown at the Padron factory, and I think it's a well-rounded cigar. Definitely complex and robust in flavor.
Okay, excellent. All right, does anyone else see any questions that maybe I missed? I see you're scrolling a bit.
I see Tim Gardy. He asked what we're smoking tonight. I'm smoking on the Mill D's by Undercrown. Not Undercrown, excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. It's a Mill D's by Crown Heads. This is a Toro 6x54, I believe. Medium body cigar, medium to full body cigar. Has some great notes to it, man. I fall in love with, I tell people all the time, man, when people look at cigars, people smoke cigars based off of the looks. Just how we eat based off of looks, we smoke based off of looks. And that wrapper on there is an Ecuadorian Habano, and man, that mug is sexy. So I definitely wanted to smoke it, and then, the flavors came along with it.
What you smoking, Trey?
I will be glad to tell the folks what I am smoking.
Come on
this
now.
evening. Come on now. Amen, hallelujah. I am smoking one of my own Ultimate CEO blends. It's the Connecticut blend, full Nicaraguan filler, binder, wrapper, full Nicaraguan leaf. Connecticut leaf, it's amazing. I'm not just saying that because it's ours. It's another one of our blends that we're trying through the bigger ring gauge, the Toro size. So we're excited about it. This probably is going to be a keeper for what's coming to the cigar lounge here at Island Girl. But it's very flavorful, very smooth, very mild. It puts you in the mind of somewhat of Padron 1964, if you've ever had one of those. Anniversary.
That's a big comparison.
Hey.
That's a big comparison.
Hey, let me tell you.
Come on now.
I love it.
Let's do it.
Think big.
Hey.
Let's go. But it's delicious. It's very nice, flavorful blend. So I'm enjoying it tonight. It's my first time trying this particular one that my manufacturer sent.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm smoking the Leon Cersei All Pro Series cigars.
very good.
All right, it's an 8.5-inch stick. Don't read into that.
About 60.
It's a 58 gauge.
8.5.
It's a 58 gauge, and it's a Nicaraguan blend, binder and filler. I enjoy it. It's my favorite stick. I told my business partner it's my favorite stick.
What kind of wrapper is on this?
It's a Nicaraguan ballad.
So it's
Nicaraguan
Nicaraguan
ballad.
Hero?
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. So it's a medium bowl
Okay.
cigar. It's a nice slow burn into it, and I enjoy it.
Is it spicy?
It really doesn't have any spice to it.
Really?
It just has a nice little kicker to it, though. I mean, it's an hour and a half stick. To be
Yeah.
quite honest with you,
So
but I
8.5,
enjoy it.
that's
Yeah, it's an hour
long.
and a half. It's
So
a
not
long.
to put Leon on the spot right now, but I will, because I can, and it's my business. But anyway, I love your cigar, Leon. That second one I tried, that was the All Pro. Right?
This is the All Pro.
All Pro. Very nice. It got a kick now. It'll kick you, but but at the end of the day, it's moving. It's flavorful. You can enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
But now,
Now,
to push you on,
Go ahead.
blast.
Go ahead,
CEO,
put it.
go ahead.
No. I was
I'm
going to
waiting.
I was going to talk about.
I'm waiting.
I smoked your Maduro.
Wait.
Your
wanna hear
Maduro.
all about
It's a wonderful stick. Absolutely, very wonderful stick.
I didn't pay him to say that.
Yeah.
I seen them slide money through.
Well, thank you so much again. I want to say we really enjoyed this conversation. I see some people continuously chiming in. Tracy Atkinson, my sis from Atlanta, Georgia, thanks for being on. Tim Garrity, I don't know him, maybe you do. Jamal is here, and we got Ed Green, and so we appreciate the conversation. People are really enjoying it. You have done a phenomenal job. We wish you much success. We appreciate the opportunity that you gave us for you to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Anything else you want to add?
And most importantly, man, I appreciate y'all. You know, y'all platform and giving me another outlet to talk about Dapper D's, man. That is the most humbling effect that I can get from all of this. You know, you guys are wonderful. Like I told you, Tracy, you keep doing your thing. You're gonna make it. And Leon, you just keep doing your thing.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Y'all got a great platform. Yes.
Thank
Y'all
you.
got a great platform, and just continue on. And then everybody in the crowd, man, just continue to support them, man. I think more than anything, you know, share, you know, like, you know, tell other people about it. Bring a friend, you know, from here on out. Let's pack this mug up, because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. This is y'all home. And as far as your cigars, man, let me know. As far as getting them in, you know, let me know, and we can definitely, you know, taste some. If it makes sense, then we'll make it happen.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Now it's the part of the show that
Let's get to know
It's
sports.
cigars. No, it's cigars first.
Oh, cigars.
Leon, don't you dare.
I'm just saying it's a part of the show that we got to talk
Don't
about
you
that I don't really want to talk about, but this is smoking score.
So we're talking about smoke
Oh,
first.
my
because
God.
we
Okay,
didn't
now let's
finish.
get to the score part.
No, we didn't finish.
Oh, we ain't finished?
We
All right.
Okay, so there's one thing that somebody did mention on an inbox to me. They said they really love the show, but it was a female, and I won't say a name because I won't call her out like that, but it's a question that a lot of women, I'm sure, have, and males too, everyone who smokes cigars, especially a novice when they first get started. What's the best way to cut and light your cigar? So I thought that would be just, if we could briefly just hit on that, and we have the aficionado here, so it's the best time to talk about it, I thought. Now, I tell people, just like starting out with your cigar, it's what you like. It's not what I like, it's not what someone else is, not what Leon likes. Now, I have a preference for V-cut for many reasons. I'm going to get into the whole gamut of reasons, but I love a V-cut. I feel like it gives me the combination, the blend faster through the filler and the blender and the wrapper. However, there are many different ways to cut your cigar. You've got your straight cut, your V-cut, double V, you got your punch. Now, I will say that a lot of times when people, and I hope they can see this out here at Antonines, I hope, but a lot of people don't realize that there's a cap when they roll a cigar. When you roll a cigar, there's a cap at the top of your cigar that they make it with, and they kind of, it's like a cap on top of a bottle they put a cap on. So if you kind of look at your cigar, you can see that round little line that goes around. Now, you don't want to cut below that, is what you don't want to do. Because a lot of people cut below it, and what that's doing is it's cutting off too much of the cigar. You should, if you do a straight cut, for instance, You just take it, and it should end up. You should end up seeing that cap. I don't know if people can see that because it's kind of on Facebook. But anyway, thank you, AT, for look. He's so good. You know, my business partner, Antonize Fields, he good production too. Give him a hand for production. Production in the house. Production in the house. But you have that little cap there, and then that helps you to be able to now we're gonna light the cigar. Go ahead.
Right, but just to add to that, right?
Please do.
On this cigar, they have, even if you can't get the cap, right? They have 3 lines. Every cigar is rolled with 3 lines that really wraps off the cigar. So you have the bottom one, you have the bottom one, you have that one right here, and then you have the top one, which is the cap. If you cut below this 3rd line, you're gonna unravel your cigar. You'll start to see that your wrapper starts to come off. But just how Tracy explained is spot on. You want to get that cap off. But even if you want to go a little bit before the cap, and you don't like the little round part, and you just want to kind of just smoke on the actual stick, you can go at about that 1st and 2nd line, and that'll give you a good cut as well. So.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, because a lot of times, as you can see, you'll see a little bit of that unraveling. When you start to go too low, you just want to get the best and most flavor and enjoyment out of your cigar. That's why we're doing it, for enjoyment. Now, when you get ready to do your cigar, a lot lighters, hey, people like to say, well, I have to buy a lighter like you. I can't afford it. When I first started, I started out with a big, I'll admit, I started out with a little big lighter, little ones you buy in the dollar store, in 99-cent store. However, the big one, a lot of times, they mess up a little bit of the lighting process. But in your cigar lounges, they have all types of lighters that you can buy inexpensively, that you can buy that are good lighters. Or you can even choose to go with matches. Now, I don't use matches because I got my beautiful fingernails and I always burn my little nails there, so I don't use matches. Now, they also have the, what do they call it, the wicks.
You're talking about the wood.
The cedar?
Yes,
The
cedar.
cedar. Those are great to also do it with. Now, when you light, what you want to do is just hold your light. Your lighter flame should be enough where you just kind of toast the end of your cigar. You want to toast the end of the cigar and just kind of turn it. A lot of people, when they light, you see how you get the black. Some people get a black. What you're doing is charring your cigar, and you're going to cause the leaf to unravel. If you get that experience where your leaf starts to unravel at the end, it's kind of like a steak. Anybody out there eat steak? Eat steak? I don't eat bread. Hey. You will char, and you don't want to char a steak. You don't want to char a cigar.
Absolutely.
So you want to make sure that you light it, and you're just trying to toast the end of it to blend and melt down that wrapper into your binder of the cigar. Okay, just to get that flavor. And then you take it, and you just kind of go on like a, what is it, 3/4 turn?
Circle. Yep.
Circle.
Just spin it. Just spin it. You want to spin it all the way around too, so you can engage the wrapper, binder, and filler as well.
Exactly. And then again, you shouldn't have the light all the way up to the cigar because it's
you're gonna burn it.
Yeah, you're gonna burn. You're gonna expose your leaf. And you ever experience where your cigar leaf kind of blows up? That's when you're getting that
Too much fire.
that effect. Too much. So you just need to.
And one thing while
And
she
you'll
lighting
see
that as
flame,
well.
And then you blow it out, and then you'll get that. And it's melting your filler, binder, and wrapper all together.
And one thing that you hit kind of spot on is if you get too close, it's gonna throw off the entirety of that cigar. That entire cigar is gonna feel rough. So a lot of times people be like, man, this cigar sucks. No, you just burned it, suck. And like, you need to get better at burning. And spot on with that.
Yeah,
For real.
and then you got your white ash. So you got a good ash on the end of that. It's going to have a consistent burn, and really you'll be able to go down to the end of this cigar and just enjoy it. And a lot of people ask, well, how far should I smoke your cigar? Well, as far as you enjoy it, honey.
To the nub.
To the nub. Look at that. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have their little poker sticks where they can
I forgot mine.
the end of it. But you know what? I burned a little fingertip or two. It's okay, but I'm enjoying my steak, so that's what it's all about. Anything to add to that, Leon, in terms of what's the best way you like to cut your cigar? What do you like?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I do straight cut, sometimes I do V cut, sometimes I do punch. Just depends on what cigar I'm smoking.
Okay.
And a lot of that dictates how big your cigar is too, and how much smoke you're actually trying to get out. Not punching, but cutting your cigars is a science, right? The easiest way to think of it is if you do straight cut is 100%, you do V, it's about 60 to 75. Then you do punch, you're literally doing maybe 30% of the cigar. So you really minimize it. It's all about how much smoke you want to pull out.
Yeah, because I want the flavor. So I usually stay with the straight cut, more likely. Yeah.
One way you can allow that flavor to enhance what you're talking about is with using the matches. A lot of times what people will do is they'll toast their cigar with a lighter.
You
They'll come
wanna
behind it.
come on? This is my business partner, Antonizer. Everybody, Antonizer.
Piggyback on what they were saying, when you do your first toast of your cigar with a lighter, sometimes to be able to capsulize that flavor in, people will come behind it with a match, and it will allow you to actually be able to cut the butane down, which brings out the natural flavor from the actual match itself, which can basically conserve your flavor and your draw a lot longer. So sometimes people, if they're smoking for a while and it goes out, they may come back and toast they'll come back with an actual lighter and toast it again, or they may just switch over and stay with the actual matches in order to kind of keep that flavor encapsulated the way they had it before.
And a lot of that is based on like your conditions. You don't want to try to light a cigar and it's windy outside, or use cedar spill because it's gonna burn too quick. So it's all about your environment. It's all about. I mean, it's a bunch of things that goes into making sure that you have that.
All right.
Okay, very good, very good. So, again, we appreciate your input, and we hope that we answer some questions in regards to that. We love the leaf and what it brings and the flavor. So, hey, everybody puff some smoke in the air. Okay, so now, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you.
No, go ahead.
No, I was on.
No, go ahead.
I promise.
No, y'all got it.
No, go ahead.
No, you got it, for real.
You just gonna say something?
I will.
Please do. Don't do that. This is the
If y'all want, y'all can also go look at Jack the Cigar Enthusiast. We got videos on how to light and how to cut as well on YouTube.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Don't be scared. This is open.
No.
That's what we're here for. Okay, so now Leon.
Nah, here go.
Now,
go.
Leon.
Y'all about
Here
to
we
have
go.
the depressing.
Me. All right, here we go.
Depressing
All right.
conversation.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is the portion of the show where it's not as gratifying. Okay? We're going to talk about them Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, first and foremost, everybody knows we have a game this Sunday. We play the Minnesota Vikings this Sunday. But before we even get to there, we got to talk about the firing of Dave Caldwell, who was the general manager of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Listen, there's a celebration. There we go. Hey, Dave Caldwell was fired as Jacksonville Jaguar. Dave Caldwell was with the Jaguars for 7.5 years. He had a record of 39-89, which means that he averaged 11 losses as a general manager over his tenure with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He should have been fired two years ago, to be quite honest with you, but for whatever reason, he kept his job. But he was fired after the game last week against the Cleveland Browns. I think it's a long time coming. I think what the Jacksonville Jaguars are doing right now is they're starting a brand new. There was a lot of Jaguar fans who were concerned about the fact that our owner Shad Khan didn't seem to be too concerned about the lackluster performances of the Jaguars over his tenure, and quite honestly, I knew it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen in the middle of the season. But Shad Khan, when he lost last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers, he was the fastest owner to lose 100 games in NFL history. So I think that factored in as well. And it had a lot to do with Dave Caldwell and his draft picks. Now, Dave Caldwell, in my assessment, when it comes to general managers, when you pick a quarterback like we picked about 5 years ago in Blake Bortles, usually when you pick a quarterback like Blake Bortles, like third overall, if he flames out, usually the owner goes with him. So Dave Caldwell was able to sustain his job for the next 2 years. Unfortunately, Well, not unfortunately. Unfortunately, he got fired, which means that Doug Marrone and his staff will probably be out the door at the end of the season. Now, you might ask yourself, why didn't Shad Khan fire the general manager and the coach at the same time? Because if you look around the NFL, most of the NFL teams that get rid of their coaching staff as well as their GM, you look at Detroit, you look at Atlanta, they fired the head coach as well as general manager. And Matt Long, who's a writer for Sports Illustrated, he gave a good article on the internet. He said the reason why they didn't fire Doug Marrone is because he didn't want there to be any kind of hope, because Doug Marrone got his job after Gus Bradley was fired, and then Doug Marrone played a good game against the Titans. He almost beat the Colts, and then they hired him as the intern, and then essentially gave him the job. So in my assessment, the reason why they kept Doug Marrone and didn't fire him with the GM is because they didn't want to give Jay Gruden an opportunity to have success with the Jaguars and maybe keep him around as the head coach. So the Jaguars, what they're doing, in my assessment, is saying that, look, we're moving on with the general manager, we're moving on with the coaching staff, and we're going to start a brand new. So I'm excited about that Jacksonville is going to essentially be starting brand new and come 2021.
That's very attractive, but it's attractive for us to be able to begin again, but is it attractive to anybody to even want to be now a general manager?
Oh, listen, Jacksonville is the sexy girl in the club right now.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. You know how now you're a woman, so you don't understand. So my man Jack might understand. My man Jack might understand this. You go in the club, you see that young lady or whatever. You say, "Ooh, Lord have mercy." You start walking towards the damn. I'm saying before he was married. Now I'm just saying before he was married. I'm just saying that the Jacksonville Jaguars is the sexy woman in the club now, and I'm gonna tell you why. First and foremost, we're $100 million under the cap, which means that we can go after free agents. We can go after prominent free agents and bring them to Jacksonville. Secondly, we've got the second pick in the draft right now as it stands, because the New York Jets got the number one. They're not going to win a game no time soon. So we got the second pick in the draft. Number 3 is the fact that we've got draft capital. Okay, so we can manipulate the draft. We can move up. We can move down. We can draft guys. We got 2 firsts. We got 2 seconds. We got a third, and we got 2 fourths. And then the year after that, we got another first round. So we got draft capital. We've got $100 million under the cap. So a general manager comes in here and brings their coach in there. We can build a good young team if we get the right players in place to move forward. So more than likely, we're going to go after Justin Fields. Justin Fields, the quarterback out of Ohio State, 6'3", 225 pounds. Last year he had 40 touchdowns and 1 interception. So more than likely he's going to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. So in this league, that's a quarterback-driven league, which the NFL is, we're going to have a dynamic quarterback who can not only pass the ball, who's accurate, and who can run the ball as well. So if we build our offense around him, we're going to have success. And yesterday on our radio show, we had this high school coach on board. The kid is smart, graduated with a 3.9 out of high school. He's dynamic, he's fast, he's accurate, and he's passionate about the game. So he's a great fit in Jacksonville. And if I'm the Jaguars, when the season ends, I would eliminate any doubt. I would come out and say, listen, we're drafting Justin Fields, the second pick overall. He's going to be our quarterback of the future.
Okay. And you believe that's a fan favorite too?
I think it's a fan favorite, absolutely. I mean, he comes from a winning program. He's had success. I mean, he's had 18 starts. He's had 18 starts as a quarterback at Ohio State. He's only lost 1 game. Only game he lost was against Clemson in the semifinals before the national championship game. Okay. So I mean, Jacksonville has a reason to be excited again.
I think not to interject on y'all conversation.
Please do. No,
but
you're here for that.
First of all, one thing that everybody red flag and tennis should have went up is when y'all went 14-2, went to the playoffs and lost. Even though y'all got cheated out of that game. Out of that game when y'all lost to what? The Saints? New England. Y'all definitely got cheated on that one. But when y'all came back around, y'all went what 3-13, 4-12, or something like that.
Well, no. Well, you're talking about 2017.
2017.
2017, we were 10-6. We lost to the Patriots in the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
and then the next season we went 5-11, and then we went 6-10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of it is like, I mean, y'all lost Leonard Fournette, y'all lost Jalen Ramsey. I mean, big players, big contributing players that can change the perspective on offense and defense. Then y'all lost Calais Campbell, and I mean, the list goes on. And it's like now you really have to do it. And I'm an Eagles fan, so I don't really follow too much. I go Eagles, go Birds.
You know, walk through the crowd.
But you know, one thing about us is we're in the same boat that y'all are in. You know, like how do you win a Super Bowl? And yeah, you go to the playoffs, but it's like our quarterback. It all starts on the quarterback. Your quarterback has to be foundational. And then on top of that, when you look at draft picks, I think being a GM, you have to understand how to pick, how to scout. You got to understand those things. Otherwise, your team is going to feel it. And I think that's one thing that I think all of our teams up here need to focus on is how can we draft good talent? Because I guarantee this, as much as y'all want Fields, y'all going to find a way not to draft him.
Wow.
If they do,
Take it.
I'm a scissor kicking that TV off that damn wall right now. I'm telling you that right
Take it
now.
away, Leon.
I'm
Take it away.
I'm a damn scissor kick that TV off that wall if we don't get us a franchise quarterback. We haven't had a franchise quarterback in Jacksonville since Mark Brunell, and we didn't even draft him.
Yeah.
All right, we missed out on Byron Leftwich, Blaine Gabbert, and Blake Bortles. Those are the guys we drafted over the last decade and a half, and they've all flamed out. So we need a franchise quarterback. This is a quarterback-driven league.
Yes.
So you got to have that. You've got to have that dynamic quarterback in place, and then you build the pieces around him if you're going to have any kind of success.
Man, one thing I say is a quarterback is not your. This is not beginning of Tom Brady's, Peyton Manning's, Brett Favre's, where they can sit in a pocket, throw the ball, and be good. This is a league nowadays where the quarterback has to be able to scan the field, move around, run out of the pocket, and be able to avoid sacks. I mean, I literally just said this watching the Seahawks game. Those D tackles, those defensive linemen are running, 4.5s, 4.6s, 4.7s. So you think about it, you got the speed of a tight end coming at you every single play. Like, you cannot sit in the pocket and just be like, I ain't gonna get sacked, I got time.
Well, the days of pocket passers are pretty much extinct, to be quite honest with you. I mean, you might have a few. You got your Brady's, you got your Big Bens, you got your Tom Brady's. But if you look at all the quarterbacks in the leagues now, that the dynamic quarterbacks who can escape the pocket and make plays with their legs, the Patrick Mahomes, the Russell Wilsons, the Lamar Jackson, the Kyler Murray, those kind of quarterbacks now have resurgent, and they've recreated the NFL compared to what it was maybe about a decade ago.
Well, you all may say this is a girl type of comment, and I don't mind being called a girl because, it can make me sound like I'm young, and I'm fine with that, But coming from the feeling aspect, I believe that the new GM needs to reestablish a good relationship again within, and inspiration within the organization.
And the community.
No. The hell with that. The hell with that. He need to get rid of 50% of the team. Half the team need to go. Half the team need to go.
And that's true. And when that happens, if that happens,
It's going to happen. It should happen.
okay. And when that happens, Leon,
Pink
according
slips.
to you,
Pink slips.
Listen, he needs to re-inspire. He needs to have that
Wait.
re-inspiration of the whole entire organization from top to bottom. He needs to do something. I don't care if they need to hold hands saying "Kumbaya" by Phil.
Listen, he needs to
Or
change the.
Maya Angelou book.
He has to
He needs to
Like,
change the culture.
Yep, he definitely does.
Whoever's not on board with winning, get the hell on.
Yeah.
Hit the
True that.
what's that song? Hit the road,
Hit the
Jack.
road, Jack. Don't you come back. No.
I mean, but how do y'all feel as fans, though? Like fans watching this. Like, I know for Eagles fans, it's depressing being able to watch
Yeah, see,
watch
that's
this.
what I'm
Like,
saying.
how do you rejuvenate that?
Because I know some people that are season ticket holders and they still go. Why?
Well,
but I guess because they spend money.
It's not.
But-
It's not going to happen overnight.
No.
All right.
No.
you know, you need to get the GM. The GM is going to probably hire the coach, and the coach has got to reestablish a winning culture here in Jacksonville, and it's going to take some time. I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars next year, they're not going to go 12-4 or 11-5. It's going to be a struggle. But as long as you've got some criteria that you're building towards, then you'll make the playoffs. I mean, listen. We have Dave Campbell on our show, the radio show. Dave Campbell was with the Dallas Cowboys when Jimmy Johnson started in 1989.
Okay.
Well, their first year with the Cowboys, they were 1-15. The next year they were 7-9. The next year they were in the playoffs. The next year they won back-to-back Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. Now, if Jacksonville can establish that kind of credentials, then I'm all on board for it.
And that'll inspire us as fans to believe again. You know, believe again. Well, Leon,
Yes.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I know what to say.
What to say? You're
And-
fired.
I was going to say, and another one.
No, we're going to say that yet. Well, before we close out, I would like to just mention one thing, and I know Leon probably won't. But we got to say something about my baby LeBron. 2-year extension. Now, we got to go
85 million.
85.
85
Hey.
million.
King
2
James,
years.
if you're watching King James. Get me in the camera. Give me a close-up. I'm ready for my close-up. I'm telling you. It's a beautiful thing, okay? LeBron James, King James in the house, 2-year extension, 85. And when is his son? His son,
Ronnie.
Ronnie stops high school ball when?
He a sophomore.
2023.
2023.
So that's right up until that point. Boy, he timed that perfect. You feel me? That's
He
smart.
said he wanted to play with his son in the league.
Yeah. Beautiful thing. I just had to mention that for me. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course you did.
So again, we want to say thank you, everyone. First of all, again, shouts out to Cindy Day, Island Girl Gate Parkway, and the entire Gate Parkway staff for having us again for another Smoke and Score Live podcast with Leon and Tracy. Of course, our wonderful guests, Jack, Dapper D,
Thank y'all
Cigars.
for having me.
We appreciate you so much. It was a wonderful show. We had a great time. And guess what, partner? Now you can say it. And another one.
And another one.
He got that radio voice too. And another one.
And another Barry White in the house. Barry White. So again, thank you all for joining us. Thank everybody on Facebook, Instagram. We thank you so much for joining us. And tune in on Thursday after next. We're here every other Thursday again, 7:30 p.m. Island Girl Gate Parkway, Smoke and Score Live. And we will bid you adieu and say good night. Happy holidays. Stay safe. We love you guys.
Stay smoking.
All right.
All right.